I actually have a client that is outside the country. I told him to go for this training to ask how much. My day is very expensive outside the country. It's like $1,000 outside the country. And that's why I used to tell people, Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is bad. Nigeria has lot of benefits to offer you, because Nigeria, or your home country, that is the cheapest and best place for you to get your experience in the cheapest form. Imagine a training that in Nigeria is just $100, and if you price it where, they can collect $70. Abroad, they even say Arabian country, that matter, $1,000. $1,000. Do you know what the work that person did before he got $1,000? So that's why I'm telling to all of you that you are jumping inside train, just jumping outside the country, no experience, no certification, then keep jumping. When the real opportunity will come, you can't vomit $1,000 outside, for them to. So if you are still in Nigeria, or you are still in your home country, you can actually go for the course, for the training. There's always the saying that you're actually learning the job. And okay, with my subsequent consultation, attending to clients and all of that, I was able to figure out that, okay, this morning I actually had one of my Jackpot viewer chatting with me, right, and everything like that. Okay, so I was able to figure out that, and that's why I actually have my reservations about those of you actually going abroad to study masters, because sometimes it's not everybody that can actually do office work. It's not everybody that can actually has that knowledge to actually retain studying, right? Some people naturally, they are good with hustling work, like they prefer doing hustling, all this normal hustle work, whether dirty work, whether this, we have two types of work. We have the blue collar job, that one that you see that in the office, AC will be blowing you, it will be doing all those one that you be speaking spray English, you'll be talking with your nose, all this type of official work. Some people are good with it. They can sit down, and in that view, those type of office work that you sit down under AC, sometimes, most times, you have to do depending on the course, right? You have to do professional exams, you have to do courses, you have to do training, certifications and everything to get into that chilling AC, because everybody who wants to stay under the sun, we all want to stay in the AC. But then if you ask yourself, if you know yourself, if you have like a reflection of yourself that you're not the type that you enjoy studying, because I remember last week I was actually attending to a client. The type of course she did is this type of course that actually requires her to write professional exams and do some courses, right? So I was telling her that this is what she should do. She was like, she cannot even write any exam. And then she said she was going to another country to do masters in that course. I was like, if you like go and do masters, you cannot escape it. You still write that professional exam for them to actually employ you for the job. So whether you do it now or you do it later, you cannot escape it. So that type of person, so that's why I'm using a female as an example. So it could be a female, it could be a male. It's not everybody that has time for all this work, or all this thing, or all this ceremony of school. Like me, I enjoy studying. Studying is not and never cannot be an issue for me. So that's why even if you come to me, whether you are doing engineering, whether you are doing accounting, whether they are doing anything, it's easy for me to go on all these professional exam websites, embassy websites, whatever websites, to go and read whatever they are saying, to come and translate it, because reading or studying is never a problem for me. I actually just enjoy it. But like I used to tell you, that everything I come here to tell you guys is actually online, but it's not everybody that has that patience, to sit down and start reading. It is not a bad thing. Everybody has different temperaments. You have different patient levels, so it's not a bad thing. You can say you don't enjoy reading, nobody will beat you, because if everybody enjoy reading, this life will actually be struggling, because there's nobody that will be driving the train, flying the aeroplane, even serving us in the restaurant, because everybody will be in the office. We'll all be speaking spray English, so everybody cannot go to school. Some people can go to school, some people cannot continue for, so it is not a bad thing. So that's why I used to tell you, before you actually think of migrating from your home country, recognize your weak points, because some people, it is after they've traveled, after spending money for all the education they can, they will now settle for a job that they don't require anything to do, and in that view, you spent money, you spent time. So why did you waste all those number of years? And then you now settle for a job that you would have started. And if you had started it earlier, you've gotten a lot of years of experience, but then you are carrying book when book did not carry you. So it's not a bad thing. Some people might want to carry book, but book should not carry them. So if you know you can carry book, but book no go carry you, I'm talking to you. But if you know that book carry you, but you not carry yourself, I am talking to you. But if you know that you carry book and book carry you, I am not talking to you. So recognize your weakness. So I got like I said, somebody was chatting me this morning on my Instagram, and he was telling me the course he had, business admin. And most of the time when I get client that did business admin, I have a party that I used to give them. It's kind of, you know. But then with the way the guy was talking, the guy is actually in Nigeria, right? The way I was talking about the current business was doing, somehow psychologically I was using my head to process it, that this type of people that now this, you know there are some people that when they talk, you know that they don't have time for all this submit assignments, come to class, take attend. I'm not trying to limit anyone. You people should not misunderstand me. You understand what I'm trying to say? We have some people that that these ones, when they see us like straightforward us, all those ones like pass like this, pass like, they don't have time for all those words. They like straight to the point us. You get why some people so sometimes even with the way you converse, I'll be able to know the pathway that actually fits you. You got me? And it's actually not a bad thing. And that's why I'm making this video. So if you're the type that you don't have time to be passing long journey, it's still long journey, but it's not so long journey. But like if you can do field work, not like field work or class, like you can work under the sun. Some can use AC, some might not use AC, but I'm just telling that you not wear coats, you not wear suits, and you not be able to speak spray English. So if you know your English is bend like me, I am talking to you. So, and that was why I asked my client that psychologically I was able to guess that this type of people, they will not have time for all these professional exams, certification, something that you just need something that is and that's according to the work he's doing currently. And I asked him, do you actually enjoy education? Do you enjoy studying and everything? And of course, when I tell you say I study person, I'm always right most percent. And he actually told me that no, he even told me point blank, he doesn't even want blue collar job, he doesn't want all those things that beg now. I did. The time say no get that, he said he doesn't want office work, he doesn't want to sit there in the office. And that's why I said there are some people like that. It's not bad. Some of you can like office. If you like office, go to your office party. If you don't like office, go to your office party. But not like today, you feel like you want to go to the office. The next time you feel like so choose and also. So that way, if you tell me you don't like office, well, it's easy for me to track and know the career path to align you to. Not like today, you tell me you want to work in the office. The next tomorrow, which one do you want? Choose one. And okay. So that's why I'm making this video. And when I said okay, I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If you know that you don't like office work, or you don't mind office work, or you're actually going abroad to actually study masters, that between me and you, we know that you don't need that masters, but you're just me and you, we know that you don't need that masters, right? But you're just using it as an alternative to I understand. It's fine. So I am talking to you. So this training is just 1 week training, and I've made a video before now. I've talked about something relating to that training before, but in that video somebody left a comment that the people that really need these things, this topic I'm talking about, they are not on YouTube. And that's why I stopped making progressive video about that. Yeah, the person was right. The real people that actually need that video, they know the YouTube. You go wait, no need them. You dare YouTube, but you feel like say you get has to be. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you this now. So I then typed it. Guys know I am currently in Nigeria, right? So I typed it on Google, right? This training and everything. But from what I was able to figure out, the most training centers that I saw, they were in Lagos and Abuja. If you are watching me from outside Nigeria, I'm talking to all of you. So in that I was trying to get in local city, but as usual I called the Lagos one to just try and whine him. This training job, right, is actually a male dominated job, right? But why I was actually interested was because there was one time, that was months ago, and that's why I used to tell people that it's good to watch people's video from beginning to the end, because it could just be a word, a statement that will actually reset your brain. Me, when I click a YouTube video to watch, I used to finish watching it. I don't used to skip. I don't used to click on, because it might just be one word, just one simple word like this that might just even make sense to you. Sometimes I just put the video and just allow it to. It might just be one word, so, and that is that one word that is helping me now. A video that I watched months ago. So she was actually telling an experience in one country. She was telling the job she did, and it was a very long video. I think like 45 minutes, that'd be 50 minutes video. Some of it I'll just post 20 minutes video. I'm saying your videos are too long. I learned my jobs from, you know, watching other people's videos. So it was like a long video, right? But I sat down because I'm not in this country. I want to learn her experience and everything. So when she was talking, she mentioned that job, that this was what she did. I was like, so females, they do this job, right? So females do this job. But that was the job she did. I just had it in mind. Okay, that was when I posted that video, that somebody now left a comment that the few people that need this video, they know they YouTube. That's why I stopped making. So now recently, when I started getting CV review, doing consultation, I used to be still not affect my audio. So when I started getting CV review and doing consultation, right? So I was able to figure out that okay. So that's why I now, just to keep the short story form, the long story short, the long story short, right? So now called the Lagos one. I asked them, I wanted to enroll. Then I said, is this a guy talking or a boy or a PA? I was like, you know, hear my voice in and everything. So he said he just wanted to know if he's a lady or a woman. I said, I'm actually a lady and I want to enroll for the training. How many duration? What's the duration? He said 1 week. How much is it? He said 80,000 naira. That's like, let's just say $100. Yeah, because now that dollar is going up and down, let me just say $100, so that if you are not in Nigeria, you should know the equivalent, right? When he said it's 80,000 naira, $100, I did not price it, yo. You know that when you price it, they will still give you this. I did not price it. I did not do anything. And even if I tell you the cost, you can type it on Google. You can look for the one that is near you, that will give you cheaper one. But I'm just telling you the price range. That's what he said. I did not call other ones here. The other one I wanted to call, the number was busy. So, but that was what he said. And one of my clients, that said he wanted to do this course in Nigeria was telling me one big money. So I don't understand, you know. So in that, when I called him, I was trying to like whine him to know their syllabus, because I've made research about this course before. I want to know the equivalent with abroad. Not like when you finish it now, they'll start asking, hey, kinikon and everything. So he said 1 week training. So I told him that when they train me for that 1 week, I am good to go, right? This one, it has to do with like a machinery. The machinery is like a worldwide machinery that is, every country has it. Every country has it. It's just a 1 week training. Every country has this thing, and it involves driving as well. If you make research, you already know what I'm talking about. If you leave it in the comment section, I'm going to block you. I am going to block you. Okay. So as I was saying, so it's actually like involves driving. So I told him that I don't know how to drive. I don't have a driver. The first question was asking, do I have a driver's license? I said no, that I don't know how to drive. I was like, can I still learn? He said yes, of course, that I can learn it. And I was like, in that 1 week, will I be so? He said 1 week for $100. Will I be so good with it? He said yes, I'll be good with it. And I subsequently, how will I learn and everything? It's not like they can negotiate that one. So that's how I was able to figure out that even this training fee, it is negotiable. But then, according to my continuous immigration research, right, we all know that when you're talking about work visa from your home country, 1 week training is never enough. And then, because 1 week training is never enough, that does not mean you can't pay for 6 month training. So that was why I was able to figure out that okay, you can actually do this 1 week training and do nothing. So after that one was set, I now check the job prospects for this course in Nigeria, and I was amazed. They actually pay them well as well. They pay them well as well in Nigeria, but I did not check the other thing. They pay them well in Nigeria, and it's not so popular as well in Nigeria. And you know, that's why I'm not even talking about the name, because you know, once something start becoming popular now, Because when I called the guy that I want to do this training, it was not like, is it for individual or for corporate? You get? You know that when the thing, when everybody start knowing the course now, they will start saying, is it for individual, corporate, or you're traveling out? Now they start hiking the money. So for now, that if you can get a training for as low as $100, you know, that's really a good deal. So that's why I'm not publicizing it. But if you are in that field, or you know what I'm talking about, you'll be able to figure it out. And if you don't know, you come to my day and come and pay your money. I've told you, if you leave it in the comment section, I am going to block you, because and that's why even the course I want to study in school, that's why I'm not making it public, because now they'll start making it hard. They will increase tuition fee and all of that. That's how they did care job, and now everybody will start hiking the money and everything. So some things you just leave it coded, you know. Me, you know, day to some things you just leave it inside the cooler to just keep the, you know. Okay, so that was everything that I said. So even if you don't know how to drive, you can actually learn it. You don't have to drive like 1 week. But trust me, if you do it for just that 1 week and you apply for jobs abroad, you're gonna get a lot of unfortunately. So I have advice for 2 people. If you can be patient, if you're not going for UK masters, right, do the training for that 1 week. After that 1 week, I'll tell you what next to do. That's when you pay me, if you're my client. Then the second is for people that are going for UK masters. You know between you and I that you don't need that masters. You know between you and I that you don't have experience or anything. Do that 1 week training before you leave Nigeria or your home country. Collect your certificate, so that when you get to your UK or any country you want to do your masters, instead of doing caregiver job, you go and look for a job in that without your certificate. And then you start doing your part-time job there, so that before you finish your masters for 1 year, you go don't get like 1 year or 6 month experience in that field. That way, easy for them to sponsor your visa. I'm telling you now, so that who is not gonna blow you. That job is a very popular. It's not popular, but is a job in high demand. It is a job in high demand, right? So whether you're a male, whether you're a female, if it's something you know you can do, make sure you do that training before you leave Nigeria. Collect your certificate like this. Usually in real sense, even if you're outside the country, and you're looking for that job, they can train you for free. They don't charge for it. But you know, I used to tell you, if any company want to recruit anybody, right, they will tell you no experience. But in real sense, they will train you. But if there's somebody that has the experience, they will pick the person over you. I'm sure you got me. So it's better to have your certificate. So when you want to apply for job, you tell them you have certificates, not like certificate, you have license from your home country. So in that way, it can actually increase your chances of actually getting a job. Because most of you are just going abroad to do masters. Some people, when they tell me the course they want to study in master, I'll be like, this type of course where you choose, you know, say you don't get job post, but you know, they'll say they know, but they just want to go. And then when you finish, you not see somebody to sponsor you. So it's better you had one training. And I know that most immigrants, they don't have patience. So 1 week, 7 days is enough for you to close eyes and just do the training and for you to learn it very well. But I somehow have under reservation because, okay. So if you know you can have patience in Nigeria, right, after the 1 week training, you might see it up to like, you're not doing, you've seen maybe up to like 3, 4, 5 or 6 months, depending on the country you choose, depending on where you're going. And even after getting your own this thing, just like in Nigeria, when you're a nurse in Nigeria, you still have to do for example, if you're a nurse in Nigeria and you want to move to UK to go and become a nurse, you know, you do all this thing to have UK license. So you have UK license, you have Nigeria license. So in that view, you have your local country license, and then the country you are going, you will need their license to make it to the game. So you understand what I'm trying to say? If you're able to figure it out, I'm gonna help you. If not, come and pay your money. So I hope you understand. So if you feel like, if you are not an office person, or you don't have enough qualification, or you don't mind doing field work, after this is a field work, is a machinery, you operate a machinery, and it's worldwide. Even with this certificate, you can actually get a job as you're in Nigeria. And I told you they pay them well in Nigeria. So if they can pay a job well in Nigeria, imagine abroad. Okay, So that's what I have to say. So if you know you're actually interested in it, send me a DM. Hold your money. Hold your money. There's a different fee if you just want to know about what is the name of the course. And there's another different fee if you want me to maybe tell you the pathway, the full pathway for the training. Like after the 1 week training, what is next? After the 1 week training, applying for a job is not the next year, because if you do the 1 week training, hoping that after that 1 week you get a job abroad, my dear, you're whining yourself. You've just dashed them your $100. I've told you, 1 week training cannot do anything, but you don't have to pay more to get the training because it's like a one-time training. The other things you have to do that will enable you get a job with it outside the country. Do you understand that? So if you know you're interested, send me an email on my GM. Audio money. So it's applicable to if you're in Nigeria, if you're outside the country. They have it everywhere, but I'm trying to. But in Nigeria, I've seen it only in Lagos and Abuja. They should have in other places. I'm sure they have in other local cities in Nigeria, but they will not have it like a training. So you can just go to their depot, like a depot, right? Or their DC and tell them you want to learn, right? They will not know, right? Yeah, that's what I came here to tell you guys. So if you know you're not an office person and you can actually consider you know, this type of work. So instead of staying 1 year outside the country and then you'll be looking for who to sponsor you, you can consider doing this. And if you're outside the country as well, you can go for the training. But I actually have a client that is outside the country. I told him to go for this training to ask how much. My day is very expensive outside the country. It's like $1,000 outside the country. And that's why I used to tell people, Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is bad. Nigeria has a lot of benefits to offer you, because Nigeria or your home country, that is the cheapest and best place for you to get your experience in the cheapest form. Imagine a training that in Nigeria is just $100, and if you price it where they can collect $70. Abroad, they even say Arabian country that matter $1,000. $1,000. Do you know what the work that person did before he got $1,000? So that's why I'm telling all of you that you are jumping inside train, just jumping outside the country, no experience, no certification, and keep jumping. When the real opportunity will come, you go vomit $1,000 outside, you know, for them to. So if you are still in Nigeria or you are still in your own country, you can actually go for the course, for the training, and then after that, I'll tell you what you should do next, you know, so that in the process of doing it, that's when you now apply for job. Then you start getting job. Don't think you get job without 1 week training. Don't let me lie for you. Don't let me. Excuse me. Don't let me lie for you. There are some things you have to do. And again, depending on the country you choose, because I'll ask you, which country are you targeting? There's some countries that they used to have extra. Don't worry, just send me a DM, cha. I'm here for all of you, regardless of the country you're going. I'm here for all of you. So what are the requirements? No requirements, no work, no anything. I think in our training is just how to operate a machine. So if you know it's something you can do, make sure to send me a DM, and I can't wait to hear from you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And if you feel like, why are you not telling us? Why are you not charging for? Why are you charging for everything? My dear, I'm sure you have access to Google. I'm sure you know how to type on Google, right? You say go and make your own research. It's not my own research I went to do. You go on Google, go and make your own research. If you feel like other YouTubers, they do it for free, I'm sure you know the road to their channel. I be you don't have the link to their channel. You say go there and go and get where they do it for free. But me, Ashitemis, I always charge for everything. I be anything at any given opportunity that I get, as long as what it is legal. So if you see any YouTuber that will give it for free, go and stay with them. Go to their Telegram page, they will give it for free. But see me, you get things where I go do for free, and you get things where I go charge for. Even God said no go vex, because na my ozu. Ozu me I do am. They want me. I be even Ashawo where they collect money for work. She will not say because God gave her body for free, she no go collect money. Make everybody charge for their market too. As long as say no be illegal thing, you can. If they pay you, say you can go do your own research. Now my own I don't do. Now my own also I do like this. Patronize me, no easy. But guys, I carry wig for it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.